Geographical logistics aside, your friend's senses are tingling. You would drop right into this story instead of a normal reset. This is your path now. You look to the path you were just on and wave it goodbye as you confidently strut down this new one. And a little less metaphorically strut down the path of getting out of this closet, leaving the package behind. Getting back into your role as receptionist, you tell Levi's roommate in the most receptionistly way possible that unfortunately you were right the first time, no birthday presents have been delivered today, you are very sorry. He obviously has no qualms with this, as he goes to walk away and you quickly yell out that you could possibly talk to Levi about the rogue gift. Maybe gather some more details so you can better track it down, maybe someone else got it on accident, or, sure, we're in room 17. MS Paint Fan Adventure Reader, get onto this friend adventure. You beam, yes! Location secured! Right this way, Levi's roommate, let's go! Oh, is he not coming? This is the way he was just about to go, right? You look at all the doors that seem to be counting up to what should become 17. MS Paint Fan Adventure Reader, knock on room 17. Oh well, you aren't here for him. You skedaddle off and lo and behold, you find it. Room 17. You give the door a knock. You give the door another knock just in case. Oh good, there's movement inside. And there before you is your first intercepting path. His mismatched eyes to outfit colour makes you mentally liken him to John again, or Jade, since they seemingly switched their colours with each other. But until proven otherwise, you're just going to go with the first boy you've met, kind of similarities. Who are you? Ooh, well that sentence was a bit accusatory. You're feeling kind of put on the spot now. Like this boy will much more easily see through your receptionist lie than John saw through your mailman lie. Still, you've got to stick with it. It's all you know. It's all you are. MS Paint Fan Adventure Reader, do all you know. You explain you're the receptionist substitute for the moment, and you were made aware that he, Levi Norman, which you are pretty sure is him, was expecting a package. You haven't gotten anything under his name, and you were worried there was a simple misprint on the label. So would he mind telling you what colour the wrapping paper might have been? You know the youths just love colour association. Why would I know what colour it would be? Oh, you know, just as you said, youth and their love of colour association. You've seen it around a lot of packages you handle. Okay. Well, if he was going to do something like that, it would probably be yellow. Oh dear, no yellow packages in today. Then maybe, I don't know, orange? Nope, no orange either. You would think he'd have said green before orange, as he seems to have chosen that over the other. You've got the right guy, right? He didn't correct you on his name, and he is expecting a package. He does seem a little frustrated though, like he might know you're trying to get him to guess the right thing, but not enough where he knows you've fallen through the roof and stolen someone's job. He probably didn't color code it then. It's probably just normal people packaging. Well, you get a lot of normal people package gifts, Levi. Does he possibly know what would be in the package you're both looking for? If it's something particular, it might be visually distinguishable from all the other normal people packaging. It's like a game or something. So whatever those come in, probably something flat. Now you're getting somewhere. A flat, normal people package gift. He had offhandedly mentioned it was sent by someone, kind of inferring he knows them a bit deeper than a seller-customer relationship. Like a sends you birthday presents kind of relationship. What would be the name of the sender? Give me a second. He walks over to his computer kind of embarrassed, and you think he's messaging someone. You take this opportunity to inch yourself into the room to have a look around. You can't friend this boy up and reveal you met him under false pretenses if you're standing outside in the hallway. Clearly this is some sort of roommate situation, a dormitory you're guessing, because of the shared uniform from the two boys you've seen, and there only being one other door in here, which is either a bathroom or a closet. You'd guess it's more likely a closet. Looking at Levi's side, he compensates for the lack of closet space with glass display cases. Actually, there aren't any clothes in there, or anything at all in fact. He's just got a bunch of empty display cases. You look around his side more thoroughly. There's definitely some boxes under the bed and one under the desk. He's pretty packed up though. You half-heartedly conclude the school year must be near its end, but see his roommate still displays his personal items on his side. You see some books, some anime stuff, and school supplies. You're going to have to do a bit of sleuthing to figure out what this dichotomy actually means. Levi turns around and decides to stay at his desk after noticing you've come in. His name is Cody Carter. Ooh, yeah, unfortunately no flat, normal, orange or yellow packages from the sender Cody Carter. Okay, that's fine. It's probably late and will come in tomorrow. Keep me on a list. I guess. You think he's upset about the package, but he could also be not liking you talking to him. You tell him that's unfortunate and you will be putting him on a list for that one. But before then, why don't you work on figuring out what the second package is? Is it coming from the same person? IA was, Cody only sent me one thing that he told me about. He's not expecting anything else from anyone else? You really want to cover your bases here, just in case. You think you see a glint of hope in his eyes after he thinks about that for a second, but he seems to shoot himself down. I might be getting something from my mum, but I wouldn't ever expect anything from her. Well, wouldn't that be a sweet sentiment if it wasn't absolutely drowned in so much bitterness? You decide that from all the clues you can confidently conclude this isn't just a dormitory, it's a boarding school. I don't know what package you'd send me, but it definitely wouldn't be labelled fragile or anything like that. Maybe she would send Levi... You have a look at those empty display cases again. You squint really hard to try to find some shapes in the dust that could give some massive brainwaves about what's been in there. But you don't even see dust. His bedspread is plain, probably due to boarding school regulations. It's not made, so you think you can clue in at least one thing about Levi from that. There's nothing on his desk, and squinting again to see his chat client on his computer, he only has one friend. Because she doesn't know me very well, not because I don't have interests. You snap out of your snooping to look at Levi, who's become visibly defensive in the time you looked away. You're sorry, you didn't mean to say or somehow imply he doesn't have interests. But, to be fair, you can't actually see any evidence of interest here. I've just put everything away while I switch things around. I don't always want to obviously display my interest to the person I live with. You suppose that makes some amount of sense in a roommate situation. Maybe Levi's mum understands him a bit more than he thinks. Why don't you both have a look at whatever Levi's switching things around with, and you can make some suggestions? No thanks. I don't even actually have the new stuff anyway. There's nothing I like to show you. Has he not mentioned any of this new stuff he's getting to his mum? No, she can ask me what I like by herself. Eesh, okay. This second package isn't some of the new stuff Levi ordered or anything. I didn't even know there was supposed to be a second package until you brought it up. No, I haven't ordered anything. Okay, you're definitely agitating him a bit. Let's change the topic. Gosh, if only you could see his desktop background from here. That could have hopefully given you some insight. The only other thing you really got to work off of is his roommate. Is Levi into any of the same stuff he's into? What exactly? Couldn't even tell you what he's into. He changes everything up as soon as it's acknowledged, even if it's in the same day he's gotten something new. He tries so hard to have niche interests that he probably doesn't even like anything. Oh, so he's like Levi then? Huh? No, he's not. I don't try to have niche interests. I'm just fluid. I can actually like a lot of things. I'm not trying to present in some sort of way or with some sort of aesthetic. And I definitely don't feel threatened when someone points out I like things. Liking things and having interests is a big part of being a normal person. Yes, you totally agree that interests do make people pretty normal. Which is why you're trying to understand what Levi's are. And you think during this conversation you may have spotted something. You point out Levi's green watch you can see poking out from under his sleeve. My watch? Oh. No. No, this is an amulet. I'd never have a watch this big, that'd just be ugly. Holy moly, that's all crystal? Wow, this place has definitely got to be a leading more private boarding school than you thought. You really, really hope they don't have cameras, because with not a penny to your name, those property damage payouts would ruin you. Yeah, it's just a hunk of moss agate on a piece of fabric. It's shaped into a frog. That's pretty cool. A frog something Levi's interested in? No, it's just shaped like that. How long has he had it? What does it mean to him? It doesn't mean anything to me in particular. It's just mine. I've just had it for like a year or two. It seems like a bit of an inconvenience to wear, so you're having a hard time believing it doesn't mean anything to him. But asking a lot of questions seems to just get him a bit more agitated. So you focus on trying to ask the right question. Was it a gift from someone? His mum? Why do you need to know that? I'm actually having a hard time figuring out what half these questions even have to do with what you said you were here for. I've only got one thing coming, which is a game from IA. You said you'd keep me on a list for that. I wasn't told there'd be anything else coming. And so if there is another package for me, I don't want it. So you can either tell me why you're invading my privacy and prying into my life, or you can get out and leave me alone! Oh wow, you're really into the peak of this kid has some problems to be resolved part. But he's been so edgy and cagey, and now above all else, angry, that you aren't entirely sure what direction you should approach those problems from. It'd be a lot easier to figure this out if you knew the nuances of the situation he's in. But though you're optimistic about your problem-solving skills, you aren't sure how Levi will take your prying.